It's been a rough year for many Edmontonians. Many have been laid off. Even people with full-time jobs, of course, we see the grocery store prices always increasing. So we decided to reach out to the Edmonton Food Bank this afternoon to check out numbers throughout Edmonton. With us right now is Tanis Bensknight from the Edmonton Food Bank. Tanis, first of all, tell us roughly how many people a month does a food bank serve?
Yes, right now we're currently serving almost 17,000 people per month through the hamper programs. And then we're also working with all our agencies, churches, and food depots, providing almost 500,000 meals and snacks a month as well.
Tanis, have you seen an increase or decrease in demand lately?
Well, actually, we started seeing an increase in our numbers in September of 2014. And that's when we started seeing 1,000 to 1,500 more people each month compared to previous years. And we didn't know what was going on. We didn't have words for anything. And then, of course, you start hearing about the layoffs at the end of November, beginning of December, and then we're like, oh, that's what's been happening with us. And so right now we're close to 3,000 more people from this time last year.
The stigma with food banks that it's for homeless people, but that's far from the truth, right?
Oh, that's correct. And when you see people downstairs or you go to our depots, they could be your neighbors. They could be family members. You have no idea. And we try to keep everything as discreet and respectful as possible. And, you know, I was even speaking with a young lady, and she didn't want to tell her parents that what was happening. And she has, because her parents don't have a lot of money to support her and her family. So she was struggling to make sure that try to buffer her extended family and even her children from the fact that they have to come use the food bank.
What's the difference between a food bank and a soup kitchen?
So Edmonton's food bank, we were the first food bank in Canada, and the purpose of the food bank is to be a central warehouse that redistributes food to people in need. And so our program started as a gleaning program that we would glean from the food industry and just provide food for all the agencies and churches and different groups that are providing meals and snacks. So that could be Salvation Army providing meals and snacks, Hope Mission, Bissell, Boyle Street, Win House, Our House Addiction Recovery, different organizations that need food for their programs and the people that they're serving, and trying to do other wonderful work with them. And then about 1985, 1986 is when we realized as an organization that there are individuals and families that could use our support differently than just a meal and snack. And that's where our hamper program started, to provide close to 5 days worth of food for a family. And it's based on the individual family size for that hamper. So it's based on how many adults, children, and infants in that household that need support.
Tanis from the Edmonton Food Bank on the show this afternoon. Tanis, what kinds of foods are needed right now at the food bank?
Definitely high protein, non-perishable food, big price tag items like small containers of peanut butter that we would be able to give to a family with one child or two children versus the big, huge ones that would be earmarked only for the soup kitchens and shelters to be able to provide multiple sandwiches. There's canned fish and meat that are in high demand, and baby formula. We get a lot of baby food because people see the price tag on baby formula, but baby formula is needed, and one container can cost $23. So if people are able to support us that way, of course, if all the major grocery stores do have the donation bins, and people can also make donations online or give us a call or send in a check and we pool that money to make sure that we can buy large amounts. And we have great ins with all the food industry. They're wonderful to us, and we have to do big purchases.
All right, before I let you go, if I'm listening right now, maybe I'm running out of food at my house, how can the food bank help me? Where should I go?
People should call us. And call us before they run out of food. Don't call us when you have nothing left, because if your depot isn't open until later on the week, we want to make sure that you still have some food in your household, because what's worse is that you have nothing left and you don't know what to do. Call us before you get to that point. So people that need some food assistance, they're to call 780-425-4190. That's 780-425-4190. There's also an option for if somebody has had to use the food bank in the past and and needs our services, once again, they could take a look online. All they have to do is go to www.edmontonsfoodbank.com, go to the hungry section. There's an online order option as well to help streamline the volume of people coming in and needing our support. We need to find different ways to allow people to access our services. So that is another option for people to make an order, and we just ask people, once they've sent in their order, they have to wait for the email and then to confirm with the email on what depot they're being sent to, that they can pick it up, and then that will complete the whole process.
Tanis, your staff and volunteers do an amazing job in our community. Thanks a lot for doing this.
My passion is in food and supporting people, and it is because of Edmontonians are so good to us. We're not government funded. We are funded by the wonderful contributions of individuals, companies, and businesses and service clubs that believe in our work. And so I guess we should pat all of ourselves on the back for being supportive of each other, because it takes community to raise each other and to live together, and let's continue doing that.
Tanis Bensknight from the Edmonton Food Bank, thanks so much for doing this.
Not a problem. Have a fabulous day.